Hey, it's Jim with CGC Sports Illustrated. Let's unbox some graded Sports Illustrated. Let's do that, huh? Don't know what these grades are, but I know what the issues are that are being graded. So you get my genuine surprise reaction as you get your reaction when you see these. Okay, so 10 slabs in this box here, all modern issues, lots of Jordan covers. So there's half of these are all Jordan covers. So as I go through these, something to keep in mind, that's how I got started in this hobby. Is I really just thought, nobody's ever collected all 50 Michael Jordan Sports Illustrated covers before and had them graded. That'd be kind of cool to do. So I went and did it. And it took me a few years and finished that up last year. And now I'm trying to, get some better grades on some of those issues. By the way, all of these issues were pressed by me. If you are interested in my magazine pressing service, I press for a lot of collectors. Drop a comment or shoot me a DM on social media. Be happy to talk to you about that. I'm pressing more and more people than I ever have before. So my wait time's maybe 3 or 4 weeks, but not too bad. And I usually get them out faster than that. Okay, 10 slabs. Lots of Jordans. Some other first covers in here that aren't Jordan. Looking for a lot of 9.8s. Come on, 9.8. Let's see what you got. Yes. Yes! That is a beautiful 9.8. Beautiful 9.8. Iconic. I'm going to go into details about this, but let's talk about why these are so much better than sports cards, why it's better than graded game tickets, why it's better than a lot of other pieces of sports collectibles out there. This is a work of art, and it also captures that amazing moment in time. Game 6, the 1998 NBA Finals, was the rematch. The Bulls had beat the Jazz the year before. They were back in Utah for Game 6. Jordan's last shot as a member of the Chicago Bulls. He nails it to win the NBA Finals, their 6th championship, his 6th MVP. This image captures that piece and moment in time so brilliantly and beautifully. The photography of Sports Illustrated was always second to none. This is why I say these are just amazing snapshots and pieces of history and just a freaking work of art. I love this cover. This is the shot. June 22nd, 1998. There are now 13 9.8s. This is the second 9.8 of this issue that I currently own. There are 10 9.6s and 7 9.4s. I projected this as a 9.4, so did much better than what I had projected, which is a little odd because a lot of my projections have been coming in way high lately with CGC. This is Michael Jordan's 43rd Sports Illustrated cover. Just absolutely iconic, and you can see that 23. You can see him going up for the shot. You can see him doing that little fade and a tiny little push-off on Byron Russell. Just a little push-off there, just past the free throw line. Nailed that jumper. And the Bulls win their 6th NBA championship and a beautiful 9.8. That is a good start to this box. Let's keep these good times rolling. Get some more 9.8s. Okay, 9.4, not bad, still pretty good. This is the Jordan Dynasty issue. So this came out on, June 23rd, 1997. Yeah, came out on June 23rd, 1997. So this would have been right after their 5th NBA championship, where they beat the Utah Jazz. So great cover here. Great looking cover. Love that Michael Jordan and love that 9.4. Okay, next. What else we got? Told you there's lots of Jordans in here. We're off to a good start. Okay, pretty good. I'm going to take this one. Pretty good. This is a tough issue to get in a high grade. Really tough issue to get in a high grade. Aaron Rodgers' first cover, September 7th, 2009. There is, here's the problem. This is a 1 of 4 variant cover. There were 4 different covers produced that week. Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Tony Romo, and Big Ben Roethlisberger were the 4 covers. CGC, until now, has not broken out those variants. But right there where this is where CGC puts variant information. And it says Aaron Rodgers cover, also says first Aaron Rodgers cover. So before today, none of those were broken out. So we have no idea. And there was one 9.8, there was 5 9.6s, a 9.4, but we had no idea if that 9.8 was Aaron Rodgers or Tony Romo or Ben or whoever. But now going forward, all of them should hopefully be broken out. The Aaron Rodgers one will definitely be broken out. So I'm a much bigger Aaron Rodgers fan now that he's no longer with the Packers. I'm actually rooting for him with the Jets. It should be a lot of fun. This is a great 9.2. Great that they finally started breaking out this variant. So when you look this up in the CGC census, you will be able to scroll down a little bit and it'll say Aaron Rodgers cover, and you'll be able to see this 9.2, and future Aaron Rodgers covers that are graded will also show up separately there in the census. Really, really important. If you want more information about first covers and variants and what we in the hobby need to do to make sure CGC labels them correctly, I've got a video on that. You can scroll back through my older YouTube. You can scroll back through my older YouTube videos and see that. Okay, so what you got here is a purple label. And I know what this issue is because I can tell by the back. This is not an issue to have a purple label on. Okay, purple label. There are different label colors. There's the blue universal. That's the standard label. There is the green qualified label. That means there's something wrong with this issue. Usually you see that a lot on autographed issues. There's the yellow signature series labels, which you never see those. The purple label means restored. It means somebody has done some restoration on this item and CGC has detected it, and so they have given it the purple qualified or the purple restored label. Let's take a look at it. That's a painful one to get that purple label. And here's what it says. Restoration includes small amount of color touch on the cover. So let's talk about that. So what this person did, who I bought this from, and God knows who I bought it from. I'm sure I bought it a year ago or more. What this person did before they sold it to me was, and I can see where it is right now. So there was a little spine tick that breaks color. And because this is a black cover, all they did was take a little bit of Sharpie and cover up the white part where the spine tick that break color was. So you think you've got a cleaner magazine. You think you've got a magazine with fewer flaws than what it has. But CGC detects that, and it comes back as a purple label. This is what I talk about a lot. There is always a risk in buying raw issues. There's the risk that somebody altered it. There's the risk that, there's something damaged on the inside. There's, all those sorts of risks go along with it. So you've always got to keep in mind, if you're paying a lot for a raw magazine, if it's an older magazine, before the 90s, you're risking the fact that they removed the mailing label from it. And you never know for sure until you get it back from CGC. And what you're seeing is a lot of people are starting to really just kind of purchase slabbed magazines. We see this with sports cards all the time too. There's a risk when you buy raw sports cards that it may have been trimmed or altered or something like that in some sort of way. And you're not going to find out until you send it off to PSA and get it graded. So this is a gut punch. LeBron James, first Sports Illustrated cover. There are 43 9.8s. There are 40 9.6s, 29 9.4s, 240 copies total graded in the blue newsstand. I own a couple of these at 9.8. You can go back on my YouTube channel. I just did my one and done video series, episode 2. I just did it about LeBron James. I take a deep dive into this issue. It is probably the most collectible modern issue. But I got burned on this one because the copy I bought had some color touch on it, and now I'm stuck with a CGC purple label. That is a bummer. There's always a risk when buying raw issues. Always, always, always. Okay, we're going to move on from that. We're going to go forward. We're going to get some better grades. And up next, that's a tough grade on that one. Dr. J and Moses Malone. This came out on February 28th, 1983. There's a 9.2. There's a 7.5. I projected this as an 8.5. That was probably a little pie in the sky. As you see, it came back at a 7.0, so I was way off on that projection. Again, this came out in 1983. The 76ers swept Magic and Kareem and the Lakers in that finals, 4-0. Dr. J finally wins his title. Moses Malone is the finals MVP. Really an iconic cover. You can see both Moses Malone and Dr. J on this cover. It's a great looking cover from February of 1983. 7.0. What are you going to do? Okay, so I had a 9.8. Had a nice 9.4 Jordan. Had the 9.2 Aaron Rodgers. Disappointing Dr. J. Purple LeBron. We're kind of sitting in a middle range here on this box where it's just okay. I need these last, handful here to put me over the edge. Let's do it. If you have seen my other unboxing videos, you've seen this issue a lot. This is maybe the biggest chase issue I've ever had. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten this issue graded. And I keep searching for that 9.8, and I just don't friggin' ever seem to be able to pull it off. Maybe my favorite LeBron cover from strictly an aesthetic standpoint. This is the Cleveland Rocks cover. Came out on May 25th, 2009. There is one 9.8. There are two 9.6s, and now there are three 9.4s. I projected this as a 9.6. So I'm within my range on my projections, but it definitely disappoints. I'm not going to stop. You can't stop me. I'm going to keep sending this issue in. I'm going to keep getting it graded. And one of these freaking days, I'm not going to get a 9.0 or a 9.4 or a 9.6. I'm going to get that 9.8. But that day is not today. I love that issue. It's a great looking issue. Cleveland Rocks with LeBron. Okay, up next. Now, see, this is a 9.4 I'll take. Much harder issue to get in a high grade. 20, 25 years older than that LeBron issue we just saw. So this is Pete Rose. This is August 19th, 1985. This beautiful 9.4 is a pop one of one, none higher. There's a 9.2, there's a 9.0, and there's a 7.5. My projected on this was 9.6. So this issue came out on August 19th. Pete Rose broke the all-time hit record just a couple of weeks later on September 8th, 1985. So this was the last Sports Illustrated cover for Pete Rose before he broke Ty Cobb's record and became the all-time hit leader. Very nice. 1985, Pete Rose. I love the headline. Ty Cobb, here I come. And he should be in the Hall of Fame. But he's not. But that's a great looking cover. 9.4 and a pop one of one, none higher. All right. That was pretty good. We're now on the upside of that slope here into making this be a rock solid box here. Need to finish strong. We've got 3 left. Now that's pretty good too. That's pretty good. Very tough issue to get in a high grade. It's condition sensitive, but man, it's only, it's just 25 years old. There should be higher grades out there, but they're not. So this is Jordan, Ali, and Ruth. Came out on December 28th, 1998. There are now there's 4 9.4s. I own 2 of those 9.4s. There's a 9.0 and 3 8.0s. This is Michael Jordan's 44th Sports Illustrated cover. Very interesting article in here. Sports Illustrated in this, they take a look and they're trying to determine the greatest year in sports history. And inside here, they declare 1998 as the greatest year ever in sports. The Maguire-Sosa home run chase. Bulls win their 6th championship game. Yankees win 125 total games, regular season and playoffs, and win the World Series. Dale Earnhardt wins his first Daytona 500. Elway won his first Super Bowl. Just a lot of good stuff going on in there. I had projected this as a 9.0, so I'm thrilled with that 9.4. And how can you not love a Sports Illustrated cover with Jordan, Muhammad Ali, and Babe Ruth on it? Underrated Jordan cover there, in my opinion, from 1998. That was a good one. Okay, the box is moving in the right direction. We're moving in the right direction. We got 3 left. Need to finish strong. Let's see what we got. Another 9.4. Seen this issue a lot in my unboxing videos lately. I've talked about it before. I used to hate this issue. It was one of my least favorite Jordan issues, but I love the story behind it, and so I've started really enjoying it a lot more. This is Baggett Michael. Came out on March 14th, 1994. There are 2 9.6s. There are now 5 9.4s. I own 3 of those 5 9.4s, and I can't freaking get that 9.6 or that 9.8. There's 4 9.2s. Like I've talked about, used to be one of my least favorite issues, but now it's becoming one of my favorite Jordan issues. I projected this as a 9.4. It's what it came in at. I was really hoping for that 9.6 or that 9.8. Talk about chase issues, man. I've had that one graded a lot. 9.4 has just been the best I can do. Okay, last one. I'm trying to figure out which one this is. I'm not sure which one I'm missing here, but would love to finish strong. That is not finishing strong. Seen this one a couple of times recently, too. This is Jordan, hanging tough. Came out on June 7th, 1993. There's a 9.8. There are 2 9.6s and 3 9.4s. I own it at 9.4. I projected this at 9.2. This is Michael Jordan's 24th Sports Illustrated cover. You can see Anthony Mason of the Knicks. Bulls go on this year in 1993 to win the title and their first three-peat in 1993. And I say this every single time that I unbox this issue, or that I unbox many Jordan issues from the 90s that he shares with the New York Knicks. The Bulls friggin' owned the Knicks in the 90s. I mean, they just owned the Knicks in the 90s. Played them so many times in the playoffs. Jordan never lost a series to the Knicks in the 90s in the playoffs, and just amazing. 9.0, decent cover. Really kind of a range of emotions. Had the 9.8, the shot. Loved that Pete Rose pop 1, none higher. Devastated by the restored LeBron grade. That one was really tough and an absolute gut punch. So, but you got to keep trying. Really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. If you're interested in my magazine and comic book pressing service, drop a comment or shoot me a DM. And thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it.